Hello, this is the drawing tutorial where we're going to explore all the parameters here in the drawing tab, or most of them. By default, you have lines, base, and visible turned on. Lines, obviously, if you turn it off, it's going to take away all the lines that are at display. But if you click off base, then you'll see that that base formation will disappear, which is something I like to often change when I'm working on designs, to add or take away the base depending on what I'm looking for. Visible, this one comes in handy when you're working with multiple layers, and for any particular reason there's a specific layer that you want to hide. Then you click visible, you turn it off, and that will hide that particular layer. All right, so you can play with that, click on it, and see how that particular layer adds to your design. Here you can feel the shape, so the color will be dictated by the color selector for this specific parameter here. Now let's say that I click on points. It's going to add all these points to the geometric formation. If I click on base points, focus on the center of the canvas, you'll see that a new point is added at the base. Now, if points are off, then the base point is going to be off by default as well. But let's add points. And here you have the line weight. So if you want to increase the line weight for a more bolder type of drawing, then you can go ahead and do that. All right. The point radius, so if you want to increase the size or decrease the size of the points, this is where you go ahead and do that. Okay. Point arc length, check what this does. So it's going to go and change the arc length of each point. Now this specific one, the point arc angle, creates a very cool effect for each point. Let's see what that happens. So even though we're in the drawing tab, you're getting an animation effect by just tweaking around the point arc angle, right? As long as the points are, the length is decreased, then you'll be able to get an effect like this, right? But if the points are closed and I move this around, nothing is going to happen. Point image, this is one of the newest features added to OmniGeometry, and there's a whole video on that made by Zachary, so check that video out to learn how to add point images. So instead of just having these points, right, you can add an image as a point, and that just brings about a new dimension to your design, because any image that you can use will now become the point. All right. Scene zoom, this is a feature that I love, especially when it comes to tracing. So if I'm using the animation and tracing feature, I can use a scene zoom, and it will kind of enhance that tracing effect. But also if you're working with canvas size and you're working with a big canvas, this might come in handy to decrease or increase. All right. Layer opacity, that's pretty self-explanatory. Trace opacity as well, and trace blend mode. Okay, you have different settings here. I invite you to work with each and every one of them to see the effect it has. Alright, so that's the drawing tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.